I spun a wheel of all starting nations and ideologies to get a truly random Hoi 4 game. Could I survive and turn that nation into a global superpower? Watch the video to find out. You guys ever hop on Hearts of Iron and just not know who you want to play as? You just sort of stare at the screen and hope something comes to you. Well, today I think I found a solution to that issue. On this wheel here, I have all of the starting Hearts of Iron 4 nations right here. And not only that, I have a second wheel with the 4 big ideologies here, as you can see. So for a truly random game, we're going to spin both wheels, see what we get. Alright, so without further ado, let's get spinning. Tibet. And which way will we be going as Tibet? Oh, Democratic Tibet. This has to be the first time anyone's ever done that path. Alright, so here we are, and I promise you, that was my first spin. I wouldn't do something like that. You know, I contemplated it, but I didn't. But anyways, I think I'm going to turn historical AI off, just for that little bit of added chaos into this world, and we'll get going. Alright, here we are in Tibet. We have a whole 2 troops with no field command. We have 1 factory and 1 building slot in the whole country with 20% infrastructure. Alright, let's build a mill in this place that I'm not going to say, just in case. And we do have the default focus tree, so I mean, sure, let's do some industrial effort and get an industry going. Alright, 5 speed and let's go. Okay, now I thought about it some more, and I'm not going to do anything as being non-aligned. I'm just going to fully flip Democratic. I think it'd be kind of cheese if I stayed non-aligned long enough to justify on people, so we're just going to hire this guy, Sarong Shakabpa. Thankfully, the UK still did steady as she goes, so the Allies will still be a thing, so we can join them and get involved with whatever they're doing. Our templates suck. We have just 4 infantry here, 8 combat with infantry. Yeah, I was just looking through our military high command here. How do we have an anti-submarine specialist? How do we even know what submarines are? Okay, Japan just declared war on Shaanxi here. They're still not in oh, there we go. Japan's now declared war on China, so... But the United Front has not formed. Don't you guys love playing Railroad Tycoon in Hearts of Iron 4? Because I do. This is surprisingly a very historical game of ahistorical, because the Allies just formed with the UK and France. Germany's still going their path. There hasn't been a civil war in this country yet. Again, Japan's in on China, so really, pretty historical game of ahistorical so far. China, you fools, they just declared on the communists. Further hammer the nail on the coffin here, let's do neutrality focus, you know, giving us some political power. And then deterrence, which actually is not a bad national spirit here. So you know what, I'll take that. Alright, we're just about ready to flip once we get over 50%. I think we have to be at 51. Oh no, we can do it right now. Alright, perfect. So I'm gonna cheese the system just a bit and do an anti-democratic raid just to get that stability. Then boom, national referendum. And we're now the Republic of Tibet. Wow, great. And nice new flag, actually. Mr. Namgang Rinpoche. Alright, Austria is gone and is replaced by Switzerland, and Churchill's here already, so the world's spicing up a bit. Yep, there we go. China is dead just like that. Oh, sorry, Mr. Dirk. I don't think things are going to go as good for you in this video as they did in the last one. Alright, our first big war is kicked off here. The Hungarians declared on Romania. Hungary joined the Comintern. The Romanians have joined the Allies, which means the Comintern is now at war with the Allies, and the US is in the Allies, and Turkey. Oh boy, and now Germany's at war with Poland. Okay, everything is kicking off right now. I would love to join the Allies. I can. You know what? I'm joining the Allies. Let's do it. There we go. We're now in the Allies. Alright, things are really kicking off. Poland just somehow joined the Comintern. So now that's going to make the Soviets at war with the Germans here. Now, Belgium has a guarantee by the British, so that should drag the Allies into war with the Germans when they decide to declare on them. And there it is, which means Germany is now at war with everybody as well. Every single major faction is at war with each other now. Alright, Japan has just declared war on British Malaya. Alright, it appears I can join just the war against the Japanese. That's what I'm gonna do. Boom, let's see. France accepts. Yes. We should be able to push a few tiles at least before we run out of supply. Let's see what we can do. Yes, we are pushing them quite easily. There we go. We've actually encircled a few Japanese on the border with the British Raj. I love how in the chaos of the world, Switzerland has somehow taken bits of France and Italy. Truly, the art of the deal. Just thrown in some artillery into our division, so hopefully we can actually push. I've been stuck at this line here for a while. We do have a river crossing and it is mountain, so it's very hard to push. Alright, I've just requested convoys from every nation in the Allies that would send them to me, so let's see. Boom! Look at all those convoys. That should be good because I'm researching naval invasion tech. Hopefully the Allies will give me supremacy and I'll just launch into Japan right away. Or as soon as I can, at least. And just take them out because we're not getting anywhere here in China. Alright, I've pushed a little bit here in the south. I split my army in half here, sort of. 8 and 4, but let's see if we can sort of cut these guys off. That would be very nice, actually. There we go. We've cut off here 4 divisions from the Japanese. Boom! There we go. While I was editing my last video, it came to my attention. I said boom like every second sentence, so... And I just said it there again, unintentionally. The US have taken Iwo Jima and, right now, have naval supremacy, so... As soon as I get transport ships researched, I'm going right over there. Because China is not a major yet. Knock on wood. No, not that type of wood. Alright, bro, screw this. I'm going to eat lunch, man. I don't even care anymore. I'll be back.
2 Derby sandwiches later.
That was pretty good. I'm now energized and so ready to continue my advance here into China. There, we just finished researching transport ships. So, yes, they still do have Iwo Jima and no supremacy, but I think I will start planning for that invasion sooner rather than later. And maybe I'll just see what I can do here in Yunnan first. We actually pushed into that supply hub. That's pretty big. Let's connect it with our rail here. And you guys thought I wasn't going to hire him. Yes, welcome to the cabinet, Mr. Jamyang Rabten. And the French, the French and Americans, it looks like, have started a little push here. This could result in a pretty big encirclement if they actually close that off. Yeah, we are connected now, so let's do our own push. I'd like to connect with Guangxi, who are part of the Southwest Pacific Initiative, Australia's faction. Makes sense. And yeah, Jibi-sanma's in there as well. Yeah, so let's connect up our lands with theirs. Alright, my troops have made it to Iwo Jima. They've gotten raided, but really, that doesn't matter. We'll be able to replenish that. I'm going right for the heart of Japan. And only 10 units, so I hope the Allies will flood into this territory if I pull this naval invasion off. We don't have any friendly supremacy, so we do have to wait until the US puts some ships around there, or the UK. Alright, it might be time to panic. Shibi-sanma has capitulated, leaving this whole area vulnerable to attack. So let's see if we can recover here. We have just 6 troops that aren't planned to that naval invasion. I'm gonna start pumping a few more out then. 6 more, yes, and hopefully we can defend. Alright, here's the sit rep. The Allies have been pushed out of Indochina. We're being pushed out of Zhikang, and they are right on the border of our capital if they take this tile, which Looks like they're going to. They are lining up so many troops. I'm not sure how they even have a remote amount of supply. They can now push into Lhasa from 3 tiles. This is not good. We actually might capitulate here, and then, I don't know, this is, I guess, a fail? I'm not sure. They just have been endlessly attacking our lines. I don't know how they have the supply for this many troops, and they're not attritioning that severely at all. I just don't get it. Alright, so I think Germany's made a grave mistake. They've attacked the Alpine Confederation. They've joined our side. I'm actually sending my troops from Iwo Jima.
No! 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 No!
Just to see if I can sort of defeat the Germans. As of right now, Germany is still the only major in the Axis, so if we can knock them out, that would be massive. Portugal and Brazil join the Axis, and they're a major power, so we do need to take them out now too. This is bold, but I'm going to try a counteroffensive this northern tile here. See if I can get the line down to these 3 tiles. It should be easier to hold because, yeah, 2 of them are mountain tiles. It actually worked out really well. Just panned over here for the first time in a while, and it looks like the Americans have a landing. Except they don't have a port, so that will probably be pushed out, but good to see that they're trying. Alright, I haven't been recording a lot of this stuff because it's been pretty bad, but I think we've finally been able to push them out. Yes, we have pushed them out of the supply hub. I'm going to immediately connect it to my supply. The only problem being the Japanese are pushing quite heavily into India, so I really just hope that they don't capitulate. If they do, then this will pretty much be over. We're pushing once again up in the north. Since we got that supply hub, we should be able to cut these guys off. Alright, I think this is gonna do it for us. India just capitulated. I tried my hardest, but I could not hold it. I lost 8 divisions or 7 divisions. I don't know what to do now at this point. We are completely closed off from the rest of the allies, from pretty much everyone. I'll see what I can do, but it's not looking too good. It's looking pretty bleak. I force deployed some troops. They really are, as you can see, they're very weak. We're pretty much kicked out of Europe. Have no holdings in Asia here. The US could not get an invasion off of Japan. They got pushed out of that. It just didn't go very well. They lost God knows how many troops. They can't get us supremacy, so again, we had our chances, but it was fun. I just don't think we're going to be able to do anything. We're not getting out of this one. Alright, so here we are. It's been a while. I capitulated. Again, trained up some divisions here. I'm going to move them in, see if we can take out Italy, and at least get some semblance of a happy ending here. There we go. We're already making contributions here in Italy. And we now have a new capital in the Dodecanese. Alright, I pulled off a cheeky naval invasion of Portugal and Brazil. They're close to capitulating here, 91%. I'm going to give this territory to the Americans. Hopefully they get some troops in. And boom. 1 Axis major down, 1 more to go. Dresden should do it here for the Germans and the whole Axis. There we go. Alright, so there's the peace deal. The world is, yeah, okay, as hideous as I imagined. So this is my 2nd day recording. I wanted to leave it off on a better note than I did yesterday. This is pretty much a stalemate here in Asia. We're not even close to any of our lands. The Mexicans and Japanese are actually invading the US over here. It's pretty much a stalemate. So I really don't want to sit around for any much longer. I did record an outro yesterday, so that's why it's going to be different here when I cut to that in a second. So, me from yesterday, take it away. I'm definitely going to revisit this challenge in the future. I don't know if other people have done this challenge before or have come up with this idea, but I thought of it randomly, so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, see how it goes, and well, this is how it went. Anyways, I want to thank you for watching and thank you for the recent support. It's been mind-blowing how many people have been reaching out and commenting and showing appreciation for my content. I'm very thankful for you guys. I'm going to try to upload twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So that'll do it for this video. I appreciate your support. Again, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And that's going to do it. Peace.